Hi, my name's Ben. I work for the Game House, and today I'm just going through all of the trades made before the trade deadline, giving them a quick grade. Now, I haven't really looked at these since I wrote all of the articles on them on the trade deadline on Halloween. If you didn't know, we're primarily a print website. I say print, it's all online. And we publish articles every single day, both sports and esports, if you want to check it out. If not, just enjoy the video. So again, these are really fast reactions to these trades. I already released videos on my favorite and my least favorite trades of the trade deadline, and this one was my favorite. Rasul Douglas to the Buffalo Bills. I give this an A, especially because they got a 5th round pick in return for that 3rd round pick and Rasul. Really great stuff. I think he's a great cornerback, has a nose for the ball, is a complete locker room guy. Again, roll your eyes if you want. I hate the term too, but it's true when it's true. So I'll give this one an A. Lions adding Donovan Peoples-Jones is a little bit weird. They have a really crowded receiver room, and Amon-Ra St. Brown is obviously on top, but they also have Jameson Williams and a bunch of other guys along with Jahmyr Gibbs who they're not using enough and who could honestly be a pretty good receiver. I find this weird. If they needed a returner or sort of a guy that could return kicks, if their guy goes down, it makes a little more sense. I'll give it a C, completely middle of the road. Only traded a 6th round for him, but again, a really crowded receiver room. 49ers trading for Chase Young is absolutely huge. They traded a 3rd round pick for him. That's really cool. Of course, he is on a big contract, so I will give this a B to a B+. I think, speaking of crowded rooms, that defensive line is absolutely insane. We'll see if the 49ers can pick it up after the bye. Jacksonville trading for Ezra Cleveland. I really like this one. Ezra Cleveland is good, only traded a 6th round pick for him. Minnesota Vikings thought they were going to start tanking, so Jaguars got a piece for that offensive line. Protect Trevor, keep him upright, block for the run game because Travis Etienne has been really good. I think the Jaguars have a shot at the number 1 seed in the AFC. So getting a really just solid piece like this, you can't give it too sexy of a grade, but I'll give it a B to a B+ as well. This grade might have been different if I hadn't seen the action on Sunday, but Minnesota went and got Josh Dobbs after Kirk Cousins blew out his Achilles. Traded a 6th round pick for him and got a 7th round pick back in return for Dobbs. That it seems like an insane trade all of a sudden for the Cardinals. Really didn't get enough for this guy, the Pastronaut that people, as people are calling him. I will give this a B-, just because Josh Dobbs is not going to be your guy forever. He is an insane backup, it seems, and hopped into the game and won it after going through the cadence on the sidelines. For that alone, you gotta raise it up a bit. This would be a little bit unsexy if it weren't for the win. So I'll give it a B to a B-. The Bears trading for Montez Sweat. Again, I put out a video on this. This is my least favorite trade of the deadline. Makes 0 sense to me. They gave up way too much, and they gave him a new contract for a team that is going nowhere and is really far away from contending, even though they might have the first 2 picks in the 2024 NFL draft. I give this a D. I only give it a D because Montez Sweat is good. If he wasn't as good as he is, it would be a complete F. Makes no sense to me, but they want to do what they want to do. The Bears are a quote-unquote defensive culture, so maybe that's why they did it. Contavious Street for a 6th round pick. They also got a 7th round pick. Seems okay. I mean, obviously the defensive line room on the Eagles is crowded. I'll give it a C-. Not really too excited about this one. We'll move on. Leonard Williams pickup for the Seattle Seahawks from the Giants is actually really cool for them. They traded a 2nd and a 5th, so a bit of a haul for a trade deadline deal. So you gotta knock it for that. If they had given a 3rd and a 5th, or maybe a 3rd and a 6th, or something along those lines, maybe 2 4ths, I would like it a little bit more. But I still really think this is a great pickup for a defensively led team, for a defensive head coach and Pete Carroll. You got to give this one a B. And then we'll stop here with Kevin Byard to the Eagles. Obviously, the Eagles secondary is the worst part of that team, and I know that sounds harsh, but every other room in that, every other facet of that offense and that defense is awesome. So to say that they're the worst part of a great team is really not that big of a slight. But the Eagles secondary still is kind of getting carved up. It got carved up by Dak Prescott. on Sunday. They did trade away another safety and a 5th and a 6th. That's no big deal. I think Kevin Byard is better than that, but I respect what they're trying to do by making their secondary better. I'm just not sure it's going to work this late in the season, but of course Howie Roseman, extremely aggressive GM, trying his best. So you got to give it a C+ to a B-. So those are my quick grades for the 2023 NFL trade deadline. Let me know what you think below, and thanks for watching. I appreciate it.